Hello, Sagittarius, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. If you're new to my channel, I'd certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions. Okay, so what I like to do is to engage you in another romantic discussion. But with this discussion, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to focus on the ex and what can be done, if anything, ladies and gentlemen, to improve your existing situation. Okay. Now, with that said, I've decided to go on and use my zombie tarot deck in order to illustrate your reading. Rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, that this reading simply will not and may not resonate with all of you out there. But for those for whom this reading is meant, I certainly hope it offers you the valuable information that you're seeking to at least assist you in the right direction or the direction that you'd like to go. Okay? Now, this reading is valid, ladies and gentlemen, until the end of May. It starts now and ends at the end of May. Okay? If this reading resonates with you guys, make sure that you give it a big thumbs up. Share it with others to whom you think might benefit. And be sure to press that subscription button so that you receive all future readings here. So, Spirit, the situation is Sagittarius' relationship with the ex. What can be done to improve the situation, or just simply tell me what can they expect between now and May, Spirit? What can they expect between now and May? Spirit, what can they expect between now and May? Okay, I'm going to go in and just pull a few cards from the bottom of the deck here. We have the Five of Cups, okay? We have the Star, okay? And let's pull another card here. We have the Wheel of Fortune, okay? Set this down here. So, let's start off with just looking at your the overarching energy here that I'm kind of seeing here in terms of, because this is basically your overarching theme that I'm seeing here, okay? So, of course, we know the Five of Cups, of course, represents a water sign here. So, I'm kind of feeling here that actually Mars is in Scorpio, and then you have also a very strong air type connection, ladies and gentlemen. Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius here. Okay. You have all of these energies. Then Jupiter is also a factor here that I'm seeing here in your reading as well. And then you have a fire type energy too. So let's go on and I'm just going to go on and just make a few observations about what I'm kind of seeing here as it relates to your reading. I'm kind of getting here that I feel that you have a connection, ladies and gentlemen. If you want it to be, it is salvageable. Although, it shows here that you're crying here, but you're not looking at these two caskets here, these two graves. Okay, there are still opportunities available to you. Not only the opportunity to return or reconnect with your ex if you will want to, but it's also another opportunity that is also waiting for you. Okay, and so I'm getting here that although many of you are kind of tired, saddened by your connection with this ex, okay, because Mars is in Scorpio here with that five there. Either you or your ex or both are, you're fretting about this situation, okay? One or both of you might be a bit bitter or feeling a bit guilty or possibly in denial about what may have occurred between the two of you. Okay? But because you feel you, ladies and gentlemen, have a heavenly, like soulmate type connection, I'm getting here, and it could potentially even be with a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius, or this might, one of the people. Okay? I see, because you have this star here, and the star is all about what? The star brings about a lot of hope, you know? It kind of is a card that usually comes up when you've gone through some type of a rough battle of some sort, or tumultuous type situation here. Okay? So I see you reconciling in some way because, as I said, an auspicious change is to be expected here because, again, when you have that star, it shows it's all about auspicious changes here. And then when you connect, ladies and gentlemen, the Wheel of Fortune here, it further emphasizes the success that is to be expected or luck. It shows healing, ladies and gentlemen. But it also shows or is urging you, Sagittarius, that it's time that you learn how to do things differently. Okay? If you do decide to reconnect with this person, you're just too routine, I'm getting. Okay? And your pessimism might be a bit exaggerated at this point here. While there may have been a separation here, again, when you have this Five of Cups here, it also gives a strong indication that your situation is in fact salvageable, or you're going to have the opportunity to hop, like, basically in the end here, you have the opportunity to hop right back on its wheel here if you want to and go back to this person or take a risk in a new direction here. So it seems that the choice is yours. Okay. Um, but I do see that for those of you who decide to reconnect, I feel that I see you planning for your future. That's what your cards are kind of signaling here. Okay. Understand that something might have been lost, or you feel something is lost, but something remains here. I can't stress that here because you have that Five of Cups, and it's not usually a troublesome card as most think, but usually a separation comes about. But usually it shows you that another opportunity may arise to reconnect, but it has to be on a new level. You have two major arcanas here, so whatever it is that coming, the energies that are coming through for you, they're major because this is predominance of the energy that um, pervades you, pervades your situation. Okay, so what I'm feeling is key is time that you really need to revise your emotional priorities. I'm getting okay, and some of you might have had a miscarriage too with this ex. I'm getting to or it might happen, okay? But these cards are kind of telling you to have confidence and really maintain more self control, all right? Now, if you haven't gotten pregnant, I do kind of feel that some of you might even get pregnant. If you've had a miscarriage, I'm getting that you're going to have another child and it's going to be a girl, I'm getting, okay? And this act might be slightly, I'm picking up a younger person here, okay? For some of you. So, in any event, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to make a decision between two, okay? Because, like I said, you have that Wheel of Fortune card here, so you're going to have to make a decision, okay? But realize that sometimes the other side is not as green as you think, okay? I'm also getting to that you have to understand too with the Wheel of Fortune it's connected with Jupiter. So it's connected with good luck. So you might want to just really sit down and really think about whatever it is that you want. And Spirit is telling me to tell you don't force results here with this X. And I'm seeing a fire type X. Okay, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. And understand that if your situation is meant to be, ladies and gentlemen, things are going to go smoothly. Is it? If it's not, don't force it. This person's just simply not meant for you. While you might have a soulmate connection, doesn't mean you have to be with this person. People, please understand this. Just because you're seeing someone as a soulmate or you're feeling a strong soulmate connection, it doesn't mean you have to be with the person, okay? Usually, soulmate connections are one of the worst connections to have because you've come back together to resolve some type of a past issue, okay, that need to be resolved, and usually it an issue that is going to bring a lot of chaos and whatever it is to your life. And understand that an ex became an ex because of a reason, right? Actually, three reasons in general, in terms of people when they come into our lives. They come into our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. You have to determine which category to which this ex belongs. Okay? So, with that said, here, let's go on and just shuffle up, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, not shuffle up actually, just go on and just select a few cards here from the deck to represent your situation, the challenge against which you are up or facing, okay, and your probable outcome. All right. Wow. Okay. We have the devil. Okay. Of course, that represents an earth sign, Capricorn usually. Taurus, Virgo. Okay. We have the Queen of Cups to represent your challenge here. Okay. Now let's see what your probable outcome might be. Okay. We have strength. Okay. We have Tower. Wow. All right. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Lover's card. Okay. So let's go on and just pull these. Just look at this overall spread here just to give you my impressions of what I'm seeing here. And then we're going to dive a bit more deeply into your reading. Okay? All right, let's see here. Keep in mind, Sagittarius, if this reading is resonating, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share it with others to whom you think might benefit. And be sure to press that subscription button. Okay? All right. Wow, it seems like something just bit me. So that's a sign, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know whether you guys are around dogs or like dangerous type dogs, but try to watch out for dogs in particularly during this time period in question, okay? I'm feeling that with this X, there is certainly, ladies and gentlemen, a potential for abuse that seems to be in your situation here. So that's why it's best that you really think clearly before going back, because you have this devil card here, and devil always represents some form of abuse, okay? Whether it's physical or perhaps abuse of power here. And then, ladies and gentlemen, you also have the tower, okay? That tower makes someone very, very short tempered, okay? I feel that the abuse that you might experience with this ex, should you return, perhaps is more emotional I'm getting, okay? Or this ex, because he or she knows what you want, she or he tries to manipulate you some at times and perhaps even withhold love for his own or her own selfish reasons I'm getting, okay? And then I'm kind of seeing here in your reading, it looks like someone is in fact in the midst of a breakup, whether it's you or your ex here, or maybe your ex or you is wondering whether one of you has lost interest here. I'm seeing a lot of fear, worry, a sudden upset, okay? I'm getting too that someone also has an infection I'm getting, or a chronic type disease here. And perhaps it's spirit is telling me that it's in the bones or joints that I'm getting, okay? Whether it's you or whether it's connected with this, whether it's connected, ladies and gentlemen, with the X or X's, because it seems that you have a lot of them, all right? So why don't I just go on and just consolidate this and just give you a story of what I'm kind of feeling here strongly here, okay? I feel that yours, ladies and gentlemen, is an issue where you're seemingly or you are seemingly just a second. It seems I'm getting more messages here that come through. It seems that you're just spending a bit too much time, I'm getting, fretting or agonizing over a decision, perhaps, prior to arriving at any insight I'm getting regarding what's really transpired or what's transpiring, okay? I feel that you are indeed, ladies and gentlemen, in a stalemated or restricted type situation, or you're feeling this way when it comes to that. And in this situation appears to be of your own choosing, okay? So it's time, Sagittarius, that you might consider asking yourself whether you are willing to loosen your internal shackles and set boundaries and know your worth, and to stand up for what you know to be right for you, Sagittarius. Okay? I'm going to have to ask you this question. Can you seek a way out of what appears to be a safe way of living here? Because that's what I'm getting here, that you guys you're just playing a bit too safely. But by doing so, I feel that this is somehow inhibiting your ability to really fully, ladies and gentlemen, express yourself. Rest assured, you're going to be called upon with much reluctance and distaste, unfortunately, to accept the large part that you somehow contributed to this situation, okay? Likely, I'm getting by the continued repetition of negative attitudes, or perhaps even your own karma, okay? And then we have here as a challenge here, you know that we have this Queen of Cups here. That's your challenge, okay? And a woman could be in the picture that's causing a challenge, or a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, okay? I feel that, your courage is to, you'll need to kind of draw upon your imagination, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting here more so as a resource for what to do, and to trust that, ladies and gentlemen, you certainly do have the ability to do just that, okay? And I'm kind of strongly seeing here that perhaps out of all of the things that may have occurred to you, or out of all of your sorrowful experiences that you may have gone through, um, with this ex, these things may come as the impetus for a new way of kind of living for many of you. Okay. Additional challenges might also include reconnecting with someone who is fickle. You're gonna have that's gonna be a challenge for you guys if this isn't you, or you, ladies and gentlemen, being a bit gullible about your situation. Okay. Or drug and alcohol abuse might also be a factor here in contributing to the challenges that you may have to face with this ex. Mental illness is also a factor, either your own or your ex or both. And codependency I'm getting seems to be an issue. And all of these things that I mentioned is going to challenge you in terms of having a very successful union with this person. And these are things, ladies and gentlemen, that you might want to consider before reconnecting in good conscience. Okay? Some of you might also be, even in fact, living, I'm getting, in a fantasy world. Okay? Particularly with this ex, and what you hope the connection will achieve, it may not. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm seeing here. So be very, very cautious. I'm getting with this ex, and don't sell your soul to recapture someone else's interest. Okay, when you know it's really contrary to your own belief and what you want in a relationship. Okay, stop getting into relationships simply for the sake of having one. Know that someone out there is better for you. Okay, stop foolishly sacrificing yourself for someone who doesn't really give a damn. All right. So now let's just move right on forward, ladies and gentlemen, and just see what your outcome here. But I'm also getting a strong sense that many of you, this ex seems to be very lazy, very, very indulgent, and it would be wise for you to, as I said, revise your emotional priorities. Okay, so let's look at your probable outcome here. Of course, should you continue as you are here, and again, this reading is valid into the end of May. Sagittarius, be sure to give this reading a big thumbs up. Should it resonate, or you just simply like it? Share it with others to whom you think might benefit, and be sure to press that subscription button. Okay. So let's look at your outcome again. We're gonna see we have strength. Okay. We have the Tower. Wow. And we have the Lover. So we know right out the bat that whatever outcome is going to be is going to affect you majorly here because you have all majors. Okay. So let's want to get into more specifics here with what I'm seeing here in terms of that. I'm kind of feeling, ladies and gentlemen, close. We have the Strength, and that connects with fire signs, right? Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Okay, and then we have the Tower here. You have a lot of fire here. That connects to fire energy as well. And then Lovers, we have the air. So you have Uranus connects with. I'm sorry. We have air signs for lovers, and we also have the fire signs for the Tower, and that connects with Mars. So I'm kind of getting here to, you know, I'm kind of seeing that it looks like many of you, and I'm feeling that it's more the high vibes, Sagittarius. I feel that you're going to kind of let this person go, or if you do get back with this person, it's going to, it's going to end again, because this person is very toxic, I'm getting, and they're going to betray you, okay? But it seems that you have a choice here, and it also seems, ladies and gentlemen, that destiny is steering your course here. You need to take your hands off it, okay? Off your situation here, okay? So what I'm seeing here is that many of you, as I said, you're going to let past remain as it is, and I feel that you're gonna really make some effort contemplating reconnecting, but you're gonna be unsure about what you really will want to do, and it's gonna be due to this Tower here. Okay, you're gonna have a Tower moment, and rightfully so, ladies and gentlemen, because if you do return to this ex, you're gonna get hurt by that Tower moment here. Okay, and you'll discover you have possibly entrenched or been entrenched or gotten back entrenched into another phony life, into a phony lifestyle, a lifestyle from which you wanted to emerge. or that I thought you emerged, or you may have thought, but you've gotten back in it in some way. Okay? So you're going to have to make a crucial decision here with these lovers here. And it's a decision between two. Some of you possibly might even already be in an existing relationship and you're wondering whether to just add a side lover, if you will. Okay? You really got to think about what it is that you want to do. And the cards are kind of strongly urging you to really trust your intuition. Okay? And that God, and let God, or ask God to provide some assistance to you in resolving your situation, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So, what I like to do with this reading, as I've been doing with all of the others here, I'm going to go in and just select 20 letters here because there's always a person around whom we might want to be a bit more vigilant. And because I realize that you guys have more than one ex who might be coming towards you, let's identify those around whom you might want to be a bit more cautious because your reading is alerting to you that you might want to be cautious before making a decision in good conscience here. So, Spirit, I'm going to ask that you guide me to the 20 letters. I have a bag of 200 tablets here. So, I'm going to ask Spirit to guide me to the 20 letters to spell out this masked person here around whom you might want to be a bit more vigilant. So 20 letters, Spirit, to help Sagittarius identify him or her. Keep in mind, Sagittarius reading is valid until the end of May. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up if it resonates. Okay? And subscribe if you've yet to subscribe. So, all right. Pull out quite a few here. So let's see what we have. Okay. All right. We have an M, an R, an I, another I, a U, a Z, an R, Y. We have an A, an L, an R. Okay. We have an A, an I, an M, an S, an E, and E. Let's see how many we have. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. So, Spirit, give me 3 more letters to share with Sagittarius to unmask the person around whom they may want to be a bit more vigilant. Okay? Let's see. We have an L, a W, and we have a C. So I'm going to call them back to ensure that each of you has these letters. There are 2 M's, a W, 3 R's, 3 I's, 2 A's, 2 E's, a Y, 2 L's, U, Z, S, and we have a C. All right? So what I like to do now, ladies and gentlemen, is to go and just take out another deck here just to give you some indication of how to be a bit more loving, okay? How to embrace or bring more resilience and more kindness to your situation for those of you who have kind of lost interest in doing so, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shuffle up here and I'm going to select 5 cards here. 5 cards that simply resonates with you, Sagittarius. Again, this reading is valid until the end of, oh my goodness. It's valid until the end of May. Be sure to press that subscription button so that you receive all future readings. So let's see here. Let's try this again. Okay. Five more messages. Well, five messages. Okay. Let's see here. All right. Sagittarius, Spirit really wants you to learn from your experience. Okay. Understand that you can't find truth outside of yourself. No matter how much you study or how much you listen to teachings. Okay. You could climb a mountain to meet a great guru in a cave for the secret of life, and they couldn't give you the truth. We awaken to the higher through our earthly life. The truth only exists within your heart, where the universal simply becomes very personal. Next message. It's time that you simply go with the flow. Understand that going with the flow is responsive. It's not about chillaxing and being a bystander. And it's certainly not irresponsible. Going with the flow is about alert relaxation. You're flexible while you're paying close attention